Welcome to today's web conference. Make 2015 your best year ever by increasing your pipeline and generating more leads. Presented by Ken Thorson, President, Acumen Management Group. Ken, you now have the floor.
Thank you. Good day, everybody. As we mentioned, we're going to be talking about Microsoft Community Connections. Why, what is it, and how to get started. This is the first of two webcasts in a series to really design for you, the Microsoft partner community. My goal today is to help you make more money next year and to make it easy. That's what this is all about. It's about you. It's an investment Microsoft has made in you, their partner community, to really say, how can we really assist the partner in doing the things to build leverage for their business? I'm Ken Thorson. I've been working with Microsoft partners for the past 16 years on looking at their business, sales, and marketing issues, and really trying to understand how to help the organization grow. I have a background in the channel, and on my website at Acumen Management, you'll see some free issues. One, you might have an interest today. There's a free business assessment that you can download in preparation for your business planning for the next year. You can download that, do an assessment of your business, and be able to move forward. Free white papers and other resources out there on the website. And my blog, Your Sales Management Guru, is also available for you to help you manage salespeople and to look at your sales organization. It's been rated the top 20 in the United States, top 30 in the world, so you'll find some good information out there. But I'm really here to talk with you. In our research the last several years, especially the last 18 months, we've seen the tick go higher and higher around pipeline growth as the number one priority of executives in the Microsoft channel. Looking at saying, how can we really focus on prospecting? How do we effectively grow? In a cloud environment, this is critical because in the cloud, we have to increase our marketing events by 6 times. We have to increase our pipeline values because of size of margin and revenues. So the program we're going to talk to you about today has been designed to really help you move forward. And it's really talking about leverage. One of the things that I've always focused on when I was a partner and with my clients are saying, how can we leverage the resources we have? We may only have 1 salesperson. We might only have 5 salespeople. We may only have limited marketing dollars. Well, there are unique ways to leverage vendors, people, other partners to help you do that. And the Microsoft Community Connections program is really all about that, how to increase leverage to really drive your market awareness in your lead issue. And this is the startling issue, and this is why this program has me so excited, and it should also excite you, in that you realize there are almost 1,800 organizations that will give access to you to their 1 million customers. And that's leverage. That's the opportunity to say, how do we really make this thing happen? What's great about the MCC program, or the Microsoft Community Connections program, is it drives partner growth. It's something that's been tested and proven, and we're going to share with you today the first part of a tool that's really going to help you propel your business next year. Partners who have been working with an MCC have seen a 15% growth over and above those partners who have not. So there's secrets here, and we're going to share with you the secret sauce around that. And the key here that is really important, and I'm really glad that so many people have signed in today because you're investing in yourself, and I want to thank you for that. But the goal around this is really to establish yourself, your company, as a trusted technology expert within your local or regional or your vertical marketplace. And the ability to nurture a network within your community of people who will refer business to you, people who will do business with you. And that's the secret of partners. When I was a partner, we realized that by using this concept of leverage, we could bring in the equivalent of 1 salesperson's quota per year, 1 salesperson's quota per year without having to hire another salesperson. That's why this program is exciting and why you need to engage with us. Microsoft products and services are the #1 choice of fast-growing technology SMB leaders. And that's because SMB is a little bit unique market. However you define the high end of SMB or the low end of SMB, they're unique in a variety of areas. They're looking to use technology, but they don't have the technology resources to do that or the experience. And that's where your expertise comes in. So why get involved? Well, this is really the key issues of around why Microsoft partners can take advantage of MCC. SMB business owners buy on referral and influencers. Because they don't have a CIO and they don't have technical staff, they'll talk to people they know, people they associate with, about who do you do business with? What about this cloud stuff? What have you done around security? All of those are important. As I mentioned earlier, cloud practices require an increase in velocity of orders. You have to increase the number of contacts and the number of orders per month that you do to drive revenue and margin. So this program helps you build velocity. We see a lot of times with the partner community, we have a lack of marketing resources. We may not have a marketing person in our firm or people to put together programs. We've helped you with that. We also, very important, is what I call a move from interrupt marketing to thought leadership marketing. Interrupt marketing is, I'm going to dial for dollars. I'm going to make 20 dials before 10 o'clock in the morning. Or I'm going to send email blasts. Or I'm going to do direct mail. That's interrupting me during my day. Thought leadership marketing, which we'll discuss next week, is really an element around how you build gravity to your business. Why do people do business with you? That's the way smart people are doing it, and Microsoft Community Connections leverages thought leadership marketing. Obviously leveraging Microsoft brand and credibility and expanding your brand through that process. What you want to do is start to look at your local or vertical associations, and we'll show you how to do that. And we'll provide you a pathway of how to get it developed, how to work those associations. That's why we're here today, to begin this process of this first of 2 steps to show you how to do that. And the last element is to understand all of the Microsoft resources, telesales, field services, programs that are already developed, ready to go programs. These are all here for you to tap into. So what does it do? Well, we're going to position you as a trusted technology advisor to a local association or multiple associations. And you want to build that reputation as a subject matter expert. That's part of thought leadership. You can see this quote from Bill. I do not believe that there is any traditional marketing method or strategy that could have accomplished this in such a short period of time. And he was talking about Microsoft Community Connections. That's why the power that we're going to share with you in a few minutes is key. And this is the mission. This is why we're here today, to really help you through this. Expand the Microsoft and the partner influencer community by identifying, managing, and driving depth through strategic relationships. And we're going to provide you educational materials to do that. So it's really an exciting program from that area. So who's the program, or what is the program specifically? It's a Microsoft branded or co-branded marketing event. We'll use digital marketing ideas. We're going to create opportunity for you on a local networking and business opportunity. It's going to elevate you as a partner within that community as someone people can know and trust. And we're going to allow you to educate people using predetermined programs if you want to use them, or you can create your own and utilize our software opportunities to drive demand. And then we have other resources with the Microsoft Retail Store, quarterly newsletters, customer offers, and we actually have our own Yammer site to say, how do we understand what's working and how to work together? So who are the connections? Who are we really talking about that you need to leverage? Well, there might be a business organization like the Chamber of Commerce. Or there could be volunteer nonprofit associations like a Rotary Club, where you could speak at a Rotary Club. And we'll talk about how to do that a little bit later. Or maybe you're in a vertical organization like one client of ours who got deeply into the restaurant hospitality marketplace. And they're involved now at a national level, using ideas and concepts around thought leadership, and a great tool called guidestar.org. You want to write that down, guidestar.org, and just after the program, go to that and see the resource. And we have a tutorial to show you how to use that and what's involved there. So it's really important. And throughout the playbook, we give you hints about what association we want to get involved in, find out how many members they have, maybe the number of employees per vendor. And we have a whole set of tools, steps, and plays within the playbook to help you figure out how to do that. So what are we suggesting? By getting involved with these organizations and speaking in front of their groups about technology, how technology solves business challenges, certain levels of issues around security, issues around Office 365 and how they can use it to increase productivity, you may gain access to the membership pool. So the goal here is not only to work with the association on their IT issues, but to be able to present in front of the organizations and gain access to their members. This gives you unique leverage in the marketplace. Now, who are they? Well, they could be a whole variety of organizations. Their members join to belong to like-minded businesses, to be informed, to drive commerce themselves, because they're coming to these organizations perhaps to contribute to the society, contribute to each other, but also make sure other people know what products and services they sell. So it could be local, state, national, international groups that you might want to be involved in. So how do we make it easy? I told you earlier we're here to show you promise and opportunity, to show you leverage, so you can make more money next year, to increase the size of your pipeline, but to make it easy. Well, Microsoft has developed these predetermined programs that have material, white papers, PowerPoint programs that you can tailor, you can brand, and you can add your own personalized content to. Business Anywhere, take Office with you. Tap your gold mine, generate new business. Link, be there without going there. How do you reduce cost of sales? And we'll show you how thought leadership works with all of these as we go through the session today and as we go through the session next week. A lot of great opportunity for you to say, how do I make my business better in 2015? How do I leverage cloud? But more importantly, based upon the impact cloud has on my business, how do I increase that velocity? How do I increase the value of my pipeline so that I always have a current high level of pipeline? I was working with a client the other day talking about they had a big quarter, then a bad quarter, then a big quarter, and they were trying to break the wave theory of selling. Microsoft Community Connections can help you do that. We do that? Well, we have people already in your region, and this slide represents the various regions around Microsoft Community Connections with telesales people who are available to you to show you how to use the program and show you how to use the playbook. But just as importantly, you can utilize these resources for post-event call downs or to be involved with you in your campaigns. So we have resources committed to you physically from a telesales perspective to really help you generate your business. I think this quote from David is a great idea. He works obviously closely with IAMCP. IAMCP is a great organization. If you're not a member, you need to join IAMCP. It's the International Association of Microsoft Channel Partners. They're involved in local communities and helping each other share and cooperate ideas. You need to collaborate and understand how you can work together first before you land that golden deal. Patient pays off. This is an important element that David makes here. When you walk into the association, you're not there to sell. You're there to develop a relationship. One of the elements in the playbook we talk about is you want to become a member, not a vendor. You want to be part of the association. You want to be someone there of assistance. You're there to become a member. You're not there to sell. And that's a very important element because as you do that and you build trust and relationships and that trusted advisor issue, people will come to you. They'll gravitate to you to say, I need some help. Now, why does this make sense? I took a look at it from a different way, hopefully from the way you would look at it as a partner. Because your business plan says, I need to generate profit. And I can generate profit by driving increased levels of revenue. I can lower my expenses, or I can increase my cash flow. Well, specifically today, I just want to take a quick snapshot with you and say, I want to drive revenue as one way to do this. And you might be focused on all three of those boxes, but today I just want you to focus on driving revenue. How do I do that? Well, I can do that by increasing marketing. I can increase my number of leads. I don't have a lot of money to do that. I don't have a lot of resources to drive marketing, but maybe there's a way, and I'll show you how. Or I want to drive it by sales, and I want to hire more salespeople. I want to make more sales calls. And both of those will help you start to focus around driving revenue. Well, if you're focused around that element, the next step we recommend at Acumen, and something as we move into business planning for the new year, is this is how we start our business planning discussions with our clients. And I wanted to share this with you because I think it's a critical thing for you to understand. On the left-hand side, I have the various practices that my partner sells, my client partner sells. They have a SharePoint practice, they have an Office 365 practice, they're doing Link, Unified Communications, they're doing Exchange, and they have professional services. Then what we ask you to do is say, okay, for next year, what percent of my revenue or what percent of my margins are going to come from net new customers by practice? And what percentage of my revenue is going to come from my current base? Well, in the first example, it looks like this particular partner said that 80% of their SharePoint business is going to come from current customers. Cool. Nothing wrong with either one of these numbers. This is just a real-life example of a current client. 75% of their business is going to come in Office 365 from net new customers. 65% of the business is coming from Link or Unified Communications. 70% of their business is coming from Exchange, from net new customers. Whether you agree with those numbers or not, they're going to be different for every partner. What does this tell you? Well, first of all, we know by selling our current customers, I make more money, lower cost of sales. I probably don't have to spend as much money in marketing or sales. I know who they are. I know their applications. So that's good. So my pro forma P&Ls are there. But if I know that 75% of my Office 365 business is coming from net new customers, then I have to assume I have to market more aggressively. I have to sell more aggressively. I may even have to change my sales compensation plans around this kind of quotient. My point to you today is, if indeed you look at your business and say, I need to get more net new customers, or I want to grow a certain practice with more net new customers, then I need to figure out how to do that. Microsoft Community Connections can do that. Now, these are just some simple business planning outlines that we use with our clients on who you are, what's the business. But as we get into products and solutions and market analysis, we start about what's my market segmentation? Who am I targeting? And who's my competition? Well, your competition is not going into the community associations and influencers and becoming a trusted expert. By jumping on the bandwagon and getting involved in this program, you have an opportunity to do that. And then in stage 5, you have your marketing plan, your sales strategy, and Microsoft Community Connections, or MCC, fits that opportunity, and that's where it will be embedded into your marketing and sales and business programs. Now, I'm not going to take you through 6 and 7 because those are the financial sides, but I'm saying to you today that MCC fits specifically within your strategic plan of growing your business for next year. So you might want to ask yourself, Ken, you told me all the information about what the program is, how it works. How do I find an influencer? How do I know what they want? How do I get registered to hold an event? What do I need to ensure I'm good to go for the event? What do I do the week before? How do I prepare? What do I do with the ready-to-go content? And how do I get feedback and capture customer information? Those are the questions we asked ourselves and other partners, and that's why we've created the Playbook. The Playbook is a prescriptive plan for your success. There are 5 plays embedded in the Playbook, and it shows you step by step how to do that. And that's what I want to share with you in the next 15 minutes or so, how you step by step go through this. This is an amazing opportunity to go through that. It's designed for you. We kept it simple, easy to use, not overly complicated, so that you can gain access to it, leverage the resources, and make it a resource guide for you. It provides a step-by-step approach to build high-value connections, to strengthen the profitability of your company and create better relationships with customers. As I said earlier, it's designed to increase velocity. In a cloud practice, velocity and volume become critical elements for success. And it's creative. I love it because it's creative. I love it because clients or partners who've gone through it said, this works. This is a great idea and allows you to become the trusted advisor. So what's play 1? Play 1, you open up the book And these are the kind of the chapters, I would say, that you might want to look at and go through. How to gain leverage through partnering. Just kind of give you an overview, an understanding of member-based associations. So you get a feel who we're talking about and what they're concerned. What is the Microsoft Community Connection? Why will it work for you? How to make that commitment. And then explore partnering with IAMCP. They have their own chapter people who are focused around this program that you can leverage. Or perhaps you may find other partners in the marketplace that you want to partner with to put on programs in front of the association you're developing relationships with. You may have to put on 1, 2, or 3 programs before you start to become part of the membership. And we make recommendations in the playbook of how to embed yourself strategically within the organization. And the last question is, why should associations be interested in working with you? Well, it gives them leverage. Now, for you specifically, as I mentioned earlier, you have a new mindset when you come into this. You're not going to walk in, do a program, and get 5 orders. After the second or third, people say, this is interesting. I've got a problem. They start calling you, and all of a sudden the word starts to focus and grow. So it may take you 1 or 2 or 3 different associations, but it may take you 2 or 3 different programs before you're really embedded. I like to suggest you don't just buy a hole on a golf tournament. You work the golf tournament. You run the membership committee. You get involved in the front desk of the idea there. That's all the things we're talking about from that idea. So you want to become the trusted technology consultant to that and work with business ecosystem partners. And those are people who don't sell what you sell, but sell to the same market. Could be a Microsoft CRM partner that you want to partner with, that you could talk about CRM and marketing and sales issues to your audience. Well, you might cover some of the infrastructure issues and how that relates, or how Office 365 can be related. Non-competitive, but related products and services. So why would associations want to associate? Why are they there? Why is your message and how we show you how to approach them make sense? Well, they need to add value and retain and attract members. It's like anything. If they don't show value or interesting programs, members don't show up for lunch, they don't show up for breakfast, they don't come to the meetings. They need to provide some expertise. They need to offer business solutions to help them. They need to provide resources to help their members. And quite frankly, a lot of associations need help with their back office, their own infrastructure, and the idea of being able to provide service with them. As Dennis Wilson said, the MCC Playbook is superb and the best training document I've seen of its kind. I always learn something when reviewing it again. Thank you. That's what we're talking about. This is real world content. It's not done in an ivory tower. These are tips and tricks of how to go. So we go into play 2. And we have, I'll show you some samples in a moment, but there's worksheets, there's play out ideas, there's tips, hints, and there's little worksheets that you can work through as you build your plan. So play 2, looking at the launch, how to develop your plan and message. Very interesting. Step 1, know the MCC program. How does the Yammer site work? How do you register for an event? How do you download the ready-to-go programs? How do you download the pre-programmed presentations and use them? How to create an action plan. One of the elements we recommend is when you connect with the association, who to speak to, how to speak to them, and we recommend that you try to sign up 3 programs in advance. That's all defined here. Plays 3, 4, and 5, we're going to cover next week. Next week at the same time, we'll cover plays 3, 4, and 5, where we'll show you how to build those relationships. And section 5 is phenomenal. It's a checklist of everything you need to know beforehand, during the event, and after the event, plus a whole variety of websites and URLs that you can go to get more information. Everything's in this short little playbook that allows you to be able to move forward. As Bill commented here, MCC helps build that trust over time. Next to your doctor, your tech provider is the most personal choice, the most trusted advisor that you can have. When you develop a business relationship where you are the trusted advisor, the company that relies on you isn't going anywhere. In my business, last week I had a challenge. My IT person came in, took care of my problem. I just ordered a couple more systems from them. They're going to do the data conversions and upgrade me. I don't check around prices. I want a relationship with someone who knows that I want a relationship with them. That's what we're talking about. You have the opportunity now to be able to work with people on. So what play two? Create your action plan. Do some research. What association do you want to be involved in? Are you in a vertical market? If you're selling TPAs, you're selling legal, you want to find those organizations. You want to develop your message. Who are you? What do you do within that vertical market or the local market? You want to create some programs and use the Microsoft programs. Maybe you'll create your own programs as well. Develop a plan for a series of 1, 2, 3 programs that maybe build on each other, just like this program is going to build on it for next Tuesday, and then get active. You might, one of the hints we had is you might find an association, and before you approach the general manager of the association or president, attend a meeting as a guest. Sit back, listen, shake a few hands, observe, and meet some of the members, and then get involved. So we've got a lot of ideas in the playbook to how to partner and how to get involved. So it's a critical element of getting all those areas. For a very simple little game we put in here, and it's in the playbook. What are 3 benefits you can bring to the association? What are 3 benefits you can bring to the association's membership? We like to suggest one of the other questions we ask are, what are the challenges that members within the association have in their businesses? And then what are the benefits you can bring that might address those benefits? If you're in healthcare, might be some regulatory or compliance issues you might consider. If there happen to be in a industry that is challenged right now, how do you reduce cost? There may be an issue, they may need to drive revenue. How can we use Link or Skype to drive revenue opportunities and be able to help people in their business? That's how we do it, but we've got very simple little steps to clarify in your mind what the issues are, who to join, why to join that association, and kind of the programs and ideas that you want to work through. Bill mentioned this again. The Microsoft Community Connections program has been a catalyst for business growth. MCC allows us to champion our services and solutions with the support of Microsoft. As a result, our influencer engagements have yielded new leads and opportunities consistently. I talked about filling that pipeline. Our participation in MCC continues to boost our bottom line. Those of you may have heard of SCORE. SCORE is an organization of people who help businesses grow. They're involved, and you can get them involved in your local community and finding out how you can help their clients grow. That's the secret of leverage. Rather than hiring more people or spending more money in marketing, find out ways to grow. The playbook is going to help you do that. So I'm challenging you today, before I'll take questions in just a few moments, but I'll challenge you today to get engaged. Today, getting ready to make your business better in 2015. Today, understand what you can do. Look at the new events. Choose an event topic that might be of interest to you or you have expertise about. Go to the website, Microsoft Community Connections. You can email if you have questions about how to get involved. Go to mcchelp@microsoft.com, or there's a phone number right there, 888-834-8564. I'm going to take a minute, allow you to write that down, 888-834-8564. Call today. Find out more about how to get involved, how to go to the Yammer site, but more importantly, look at the download. Download the playbook today. Download the playbook and read through this document. It will absolutely make a difference in your business next year. It will absolutely increase your pipeline if you execute effectively. Now, also, you can follow us on Facebook, Microsoft Community Connections, and you can find out what other people are doing around that. A lot of great information on that issue. I'm going to be taking questions as we go through that, but I also want you to make sure that you register for next week. I'm going to review additional information. I'm going to talk about Play 3, Play 4, and Play 5, and show you how else to get involved, and you can register at that site. With that, I'm going to just look back and see if we have any questions in here, Kendall, and we'll see what we have. Let me just look. If you have some questions, just type them in, and we'll be able to look at it. First question, how long will it take me to work through the playbook? Well, that depends. I'll give you two straight answers. If you have a pretty good feel of your business, if you're in a vertical market, it will take you be pretty easily done in a short period of time, depending upon what you know and your maturity of your business, no more than 40 minutes. If you are in a geographic market and you want to cover an association, it may take you a little longer only to try to find the associations that may be pertinent to you that you want to explore. But you can go through play 1 and play 2, and that's just going to fine-tune your thinking about what the program does. And then as you fine-tune and better understand the program, you'll start to zero down on the associations, 1, 2, or 3 associations you may want to go after, and that may take a little longer to go through. But it's designed not to drag off into a 5-hour MBA project. This is really designed to help you move forward. Question, how do I find the right association and influencers? Two ways to find that. One, how do I find the right association and influencers? One, obviously everybody can find a chamber of commerce within your marketplace. That's easy. But you've also, sometimes in the Sunday papers, they'll list association meetings for the upcoming week. Also, I mentioned guidestar.org earlier. You go to that and it will show you the nonprofit organizations in your areas that you could work with and find out from that perspective. If you're in a vertical market, certainly go into the vertical market and look for the regional legal association or the regional organization. The CPA organizations are obviously phenomenal because they have clients who need issues. So not only can you work with the CPA associations who have issues themselves around technology and memberships of the CPA organizations, but they have clients who they can also bring you into. Very important. The banking membership associations are great. The investment bankers, or the commercial bankers, I should say, the commercial bankers, that is a wonderful organization for the same reason. Commercial bankers work with businesses. And if you get into the association, you can help them get into their banks, help the banks, but also the commercial bankers have clients that they can refer you to also. So a lot of new opportunities from that perspective that we can work on. Let's see if we have any other questions. Just type them in. How do I leverage Microsoft resources? Well, it's tremendous. There's a whole variety of ways. We detail that primarily in Play 5 in the Playbook. So if you download the Playbook, you can go after that issue. But you have the PAMs that you could access, and I showed you that on the slide deck of the phone number for the telepams. You can call and talk to your regional person about the program. They can walk you through the Playbook. You can go through the help area, and they can help you get into the Yammer site and understand how that works. We're adding some more information around the Yammer to help you capture that data from that perspective. So it's a whole opportunity around Microsoft resources. Leveraging IAMCP is another resource that you can leverage. You can leverage the ready-to-go campaigns. You can leverage the pre-developed presentation programs for the associations. All of that's there for you to be able to use, and that's why it's an exciting program. When I look at a partner, if I'm a small partner, if I'm a medium partner, or even if I'm a larger partner, I don't have to reinvent the wheel. I can take the leverage of Microsoft, leverage the associations and the influencers, and grow my pipeline. Let's see if I can see other questions. I'm reading through the message. If you have some questions, just type them in. Question. I heard that there are tech tips available. Is that a product? I'm not familiar with that. I'm sorry, Michelle, but there are tips inside the Playbook around that. So it's important. We can show that from that perspective. I think the URL, Diane, that you typed in is not quite right. It's aka.ms/MSMCC Playbook. And what you typed in is not quite right. Take a look at that, and we'll be able to update that. Let's see. where you can go for a list of nonprofits in a given area. GuideStar.org. I mentioned it earlier in the program today. It's well defined in the playbook. There's a tutorial that shows you how to navigate GuideStar.org. It's a massive database of nonprofits that you can sort by in a variety of fashions and ways to be able to search that out. So a lot of information here today in a short period of time, but I wanted to make sure that you have the opportunity by attending this session today to take advantage of the opportunity of a lifetime. The opportunity of a lifetime is in the next 18 months. You have an opportunity to go into these organizations, develop a trusted advisor status, move forward, build relationships, and allow these people through thought leadership to have a gravity to come to you with their business issues and for you to solve those with technology. If there's not any other questions, I'm going to throw it back to Kendall, and you can handle the last piece, Kendall. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ken. We hope that you found today's information helpful. If you enjoyed today's web conference or have feedback on how we can provide you with a better event, please let us know by completing our survey. You should see the link to the survey in a pop-up box on your screen. The survey is on a scale from 5 to 1, with 5 being the highest score. You may access the web conference recording via a link that will be delivered within 72 hours. I'd like to extend a thank you to our presenter, Ken Thorson. This concludes today's web conference. You may now disconnect.